So now we have our dice, the base of our dice ready. Now we need to set the numbers. Okay, for the numbers, we are going to use this half sphere object. Okay, so inside your basic shape category, okay, you will have the half sphere for it. So we are going to place the number like this. The bottom of it, okay, at our bottom view, okay, you click on the bottom, you go to the bottom view. At our bottom view, we will have the number 1. And the opposite of it, which is at the top one, we will have 6. And then we will go for 2. Number 2 will be at the front, okay. Right will be 3, okay. Back will be 4. And then the left will be 5, okay. Pretty easy. So let's start to put our numbering. So first of all, let's grab a half sphere into our work plane. And then we are going to scale this down, okay, to 13 millimeter, okay. So same thing, we want the length, width, and height to decrease simultaneously. So what we can do is click on either of the gray side, okay, and then hold shift and decrease it until you see 13, okay, 13 millimeter. After that, let's align these two together. So highlight both of them, click on the align, click on the dice because I don't like the dice to be moving. So our dice will freeze at the same place. So click on your dice and make it to the center, okay? And you will have the 1. So right now, this half sphere that you can see is an object, okay? It's an object. So click on the hole and then group these two together. And that's all. You have your 1. Okay, now let's make number 2. Let's go to the front view, okay? And then here we are going to do one thing is we are going to change the work plane of it, okay? So click on your work plane and then come to the front until you see a orange placement over here, okay? So click on it, okay? So which means, this means your work plane is temporarily changed, okay? Now, click on your half sphere, put the half sphere on your work plane. You see, the half sphere will automatically change to 90. Okay, I mean, it will place like this, okay? It will place like this. So, right now, what we need to do is, we need to rotate. So, over here, this rotation that you can see, click on it, okay? Hold shift, and then rotate it for 180 degree. You can see here, 180. After that, because this, now you can see our half sphere is up, okay? Now we want to push it in so that the base is placed on the dice like this, okay? So since the height, okay, you can see that the height of our half sphere is 10. So just click on this triangle and then move it inwards or to the right, okay? Negative. Okay, you can see here, this value should be negative 10 and it will move inside. Okay, right now, this side, okay, at our front view, okay, this side of our dice should be 2. So click on your half sphere. First, let's decrease the size of this. Hold shift and click on either of the gray corner and then decrease it to 12, okay? 12 over here, okay? After that, make it to a hole and then you can move it to one side first, okay? So we will place it over here, roughly over here. You can see if you can see the grid, the grid, okay? So this grid corner is at this point, okay? After that, duplicate it by Control D and then move it aside, okay? And then this one, I want to move it downwards. So you move right 12 millimeters and now we need to move it downwards 12 millimeters also, okay? Make sure that this one value is 0 and this is 12, okay? So right now it's even, okay? Now click on your half sphere. Okay, you can click on it, hold shift, click on the other one. Or if you can't, you can highlight everything, hold shift, click on the dice to unclick the dice. Okay, and then group it, Control G. Or you can click on this one over here and then align these two. So highlight everything, align, click on your dice first and align it to the center. After that, group it, and done. We have the number 2. Okay, now let's make the tree. Okay, change your view to the right view. Okay, you can click on right, change over plane, and then grab a half sphere. Same technique. We are going to rotate this one first. So this one, if let's say you don't want to drag this rotation over here, okay, you can simply click on this value and change it to 180. No matter minus 180 or positive 180, all the same. Okay, same thing, move it inwards. Since the height is 10 millimeters, so we need to move it inwards. Okay, this value, negative. Okay, now let's change this size, okay, to 11. Okay, so click on it, hold shift, decrease it to 11. Okay, until you see 11 for both sides. Okay, and then since this face will be our number 3, so let's duplicate it. Okay, so you can place your sphere around at the corner. Okay, if you look at this dot, okay, it's right at the grid for this corner. Okay, so duplicate it. Okay, Control D to duplicate, and then you drag it aside. Okay, this one I'm going to drag same 14 millimeters to the left. Okay, you can see here 14, and then you can straight away change this one to minus 14 also. Oopsie, minus 14, it went up, so we should go for positive 14. Okay, so it will go down. So right now we have 1, 2. Although right now it's not really aligned to our circle of the dice, it's okay. We will change it later. Actually, I'm going to change this to 15. So again, so let me hold shift and move it out, okay, to 15 millimeters, okay, and then same thing downwards to 15 millimeters. Okay, after that, you can click, since this object is select, okay, hold shift, select the other one, okay, and then drag it to the center of your screen, okay, around here. After that, let's duplicate this one. So Control D to duplicate, move it aside. Okay, select this and select this. Okay, remember to hold shift and group it, Control G. Okay, now select this one that is outside and hold shift and select this one that we grouped just now. Click on align, make everything to the center. Oopsie, it's a bit too big for our sphere. Okay, so we should change the size. So let me Control G again. Okay, let me change this smaller to 10. Okay, I mean, click on it, hold shift, change it to 10 millimeters. Same thing for this one, hold shift and change it to 10. Okay, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters. And then this one also the same, hold shift and change it to 10. Okay, right now it's better. So let me align these two together first. Okay, align it to the center, because I want to know how much it moves. Is it in a square or not the side? Okay, so move this down for 16 millimeters. You can remember to hold on shift, so it will just go vertically. Okay, and then hold on shift, move it to the left, 16 millimeters also. Okay, change this value to 16. Okay. Okay, right now click this, hold shift, select this and group it. and then hold shift, select the center one, click on align to align everything. Okay, now straight away Control G to group everything and hold, click on the hole. Okay, right now we want to align these 3 holes with our dice. You can select everything, press align. Remember to click on the dice so that the dice will move and make it to the center. Okay, and then group it. Okay, so right now we have our 3 dot, 2,